Well, hi guys, it's 14th of May, it's a glorious day. We've a bit of a change for this video. As you can see, we sat on bench and Martin's not here, bless him. There's been a bit of upset and not between us. He's had a bereavement, bless him, and just needs a bit of time away. So we've said it was hard to whether we were gonna film this week or whether we wasn't, but there's still a name that we want to get across to people. So as much as doing it on my own this week, it's going to be a short one, just to give you guys some content, just to see what we do, sort of thing. But yeah, it's very strange not having Martin here. So we're going to take a quick trip down to our plot. We've got some tomatoes that we need to get planted out, not pot up, sorry. So they're going to go in the greenhouse, so we're just going to show you how we do them. And yeah, hopefully we'll see Martin soon, and hopefully he's doing well. Alright guys, it's 14th of May. It's really hot today. It's afternoon, which is unusual because we usually do these in the morning. But as we said from the start. So I thought I'd just start off and just show you this thermometer. This has been outside today. It's been in shade. 26.1 at the minute. So we'll take it in and we'll just see what it's like by the time we finish. So today we're going to plant some tomatoes. These are Shirley's. Well, they're not Shirley's, they're mine, but they're a variety called Shirley. They're cordon. So as you can see, this one looks a bit sparse at the minute. That's just because I've prepped this just so it's a little bit easier with me being on my own without having Martin here. So as you can see, we've got some strings set up here. And this is what we use instead of canes. Well, I use instead of canes. I find it a lot better and a lot easier. Before we go on to planting, we'll just tell you a little bit about this bed. So this bed is just soil that this greenhouse was built on. It's had horse manure in it, well rotted. It not had no horse manure on it this year, but we've put some homemade compost on it. So the homemade compost is, I think it's about 2 years old. It's nothing special. It's basically just the brassica leaves, all the uneaten veg, etc. that we've grown, flowers, and this is what we've ended up with. I don't know if you can see that. We'll take a still and bang it in there. It's not bad. It looks good. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these bottom leaves off. Tomatoes don't mind being planted deeper. They've got a lot of root hairs, which I'll then create a still of. So I'm going to take these off. I'll just drop these on the floor and we'll have a tidy up after. Also this one, this hasn't got a truss forming on it yet. But if it did at that stage, and I'll just show you on this one. And I'll show you two off of this one. So where it's got a truss forming, because myself, I feel that's pretty low, I'll just take it off. I'm not bothered about that. I don't want it. I want my plants to get healthy. I want my plants to be strong before I let the fruit form. Also, with these bean cordon, If you've not got a lot of variety, or somebody's given you a variety that you've not grown and you want to produce more of it, then it's simple. Just let it grow side shoot, snip it off, maybe take a leaf off, just so we're left with something like this. And then we'll just take this and bang it in some ordinary multi-purpose compost, and that's it. We'll just keep that watered, and in 2 weeks we'll have another plant. And also, this will be exactly the same as its mother plant. Cloning. Way to get value for money. So as we said, these are Shirleys. As you can see, we've got a fair good root system on them. So with these, you can see that we've already got 2 planted. The first video didn't go right. So as you can see, for this, all we're doing is I've dug a hole, which is a trowel depth to the handle, to the top of the soil. Once that's done, I'll grab a handful of 6X, which is chicken manure, just pelletised. That goes straight into the hole. 1 handful of my compost straight onto it. My string, make sure that don't drop, I take into my hole and then I just ball this up. That sits at the bottom of the hole with my tomato on top. I find this way that as the tomato grows, as it thickens out, the string will pull up with it and it will allow it to grow and won't strangulate it. So we'll just fill this back in. As you can see, it's a lot deeper than it was originally potted. Just give it one firm push. When this plant starts to take off and it looks a bit scraggy, we'll just give it a turn. Might be once a week, might be twice a week. But it'll follow that string up and that string will release with it. As you can see, it's not tight. So we're going to plant the rest of these and then we'll just set some pots up and we'll show you how we water. Bearing in mind these strings, it might look, you might think, what, there's a lot of tomatoes in that little space, but it's not. I mean, most gardeners would probably go for 1 per panel, but that's a lot of wasted space. When you look at a grow bag, you've got 3 tomatoes in probably a 2.5 foot space, in maybe 4 inch of compost. So that's a lot of watering. So by this way, you're doing exactly the same. You're not going to be watering as much because you're a lot deeper, you've got better soil, you've added a lot to it, and it's going to retain the moisture a lot more. So we'll crack on. So guys, as you can see, sorry if I'm sweating, it's really hot in here. We'll just take a look. We're at 31, sorry, never mind 21. It's a little bit hot. We're about 6 o'clock here. So yeah, like I say, it was just a quick video to show you how we plant our tomatoes, or how I do them, sorry, not we. You'll have to excuse the bit of banging if you can hear that. That's the little sugar snaps, being the little sugar snaps they are. So it's nice to have them about. So we're going to plant this last one. This is the last one. Right guys, so we're all planted up. So we're just going to show you how we water. So we've got 3-inch plant pot, I think it is. Is it 3-inch? Is it 4-inch? You tell me.
Maybe, yeah, 3, 4.
Yeah, I'd say probably 3.5, just for them out there. So all we do is we're just going to, another hole, and we just plant this in. Just keep it in. And basically what we'll do is when we want water, we'll water straight into this pot. Just like so. We don't want lazy roots. We want those roots to go down. We want those roots to be looking for the water. Because I've just planted them, I'll probably just give them a quick one from top. Probably just not even half a litre. I mean, there's plenty of moisture in this bed. But once they get established, we just water fruit pots. When we come to feeding, however, we want this feed to hit the plant. We don't want to be feeding weeds. So we'll feed straight at the base. It's that simple, guys. And the feeds, you can use anything. Like I say, we use the chicken manure in a bucket of water and we use that as feed. We've also got a bit here which we'll just pour into a glass. This is just worm juice from his wormery, so we'll mix that with 5 litres of water. There's nothing complicated about it. It doesn't have to cost a fortune. It's a hobby, so you can do what you want with it. You can adapt it as you want. There's no right way and there's no wrong way. It's just nice to show people and to share tips. I don't think we've really got anything else to show you. Not tonight. I know we said we was going to do the cabbage, but yeah, like I said, with everything that's going on, it's just not the right time. But we'll still have them, and hopefully, I mean, we should get them out next week, so we could probably cover that next week and give you a little video on how we do them. And as Martin said, don't trust a gardener who ain't got mucky hands. All the best.